Morning, everyone. By the way, I am your teacher in EPAS 9. I am Mr. Joseph B. Ramos. Before we start with our lesson, let us have first a very short prayer. Father God, come be with us today. Fill our hearts with joy. Fill our minds with learning. Fill our house with peace. Fill our lessons with fun. Fill our friendship with kindness, and fill our school with love. Amen. So, for this morning, we're going to discuss all about Commission Consumer Electronic Products and System. This is our topic for the second quarter, module number 7. But before we proceed to our lesson proper, let us have first objectives. Number one, to determine the required parameters necessary for the proper commissioning of consumer electronic products and systems. Number two, identify all the elements and variables required based on international standards and procedures in commissioning consumer electronic products and systems. And number three, recognize the importance of planning and preparing electronic product and systems for commissioning process. Now, let us have a very short activity about what we have learned from our previous lessons. Let us identify the following tools and equipment and briefly describe its function. Number one, what is that particular equipment? Anybody? Okay, this is known as hard hat. So a hard hat is a type of helmet predominantly used in workplace environments such as industrial or construction sites to protect the head from injury due to falling objects, impact with other objects or debris, rain, and electric shock. Number two, anybody can identify that object? Okay, that is known as goggles or safety glasses. These are forms of protective eyewear that usually enclose or protect the area surrounding the eye in order to prevent particulates, water, or chemicals from striking the eyes. Next, number three. Okay, what is that? Anybody? Okay, that is known as a glove. So, gloves protect and comfort hands against cold or heat, damage by friction, abrasions, or chemicals, and disease, or in turn to provide a guard for what a bare hand should not touch. Okay, next, number four. What is that? Anybody? So it is known as safety boots or safety shoes. Safety boots are vital personal protection or equipment both for protection in hazardous environments and for protection against impact. Number five, what is that? Equipment. Anybody? Okay, it is known as a face shield. A face shield is an item of personal protective equipment aims to protect the wearer's entire face or part of it from hazards such as flying objects and road debris, chemical splashes in laboratories in an industry, or potentially infectious materials in medical and laboratory environments. Okay, let us discuss now some occupational health and safety policies and procedures. One of the most essential aspects of commissioning process when it comes to electronic products and systems is the observation of occupational health and safety procedures. Occupational health and safety is a cross-disciplinary area concerned with protecting the safety, health, and welfare of people engaged in work. The goal is to promote a safe work environment. It may also protect co-workers, family members, employers, customers, suppliers, nearby communities, and other members of public who are impacted by the. Now, here are some personal safety while working along with electronic circuits. Electronic equipment can be dangerous and you or others can be injured or even killed if you don't follow proper safety guidelines when working or servicing the circuits. The following are some precautionary measures to take before working with electrical or electronic circuits. Number one, wear shoes with non-conductive rubber soles to help reduce the chance of being shocked or seriously injured in an electrical accident. Number two, do not work on components that are plugged into their power source. Number three, do not remove expansion cards from electronic the product when it's turned on. Number four, remove pieces of jewelry when working inside any electronic related equipment. Number five, be sure not to merge electronic components and water. Commissioning consumer electronic products and systems, aside from ensuring that occupational health and safety policies and procedures strictly comply, must also consider following relevant setting and operating specifications of the equipment or products being operated, following the defined procedures and setting up the equipment correctly without prejudice to the operation parameters as specified in the operation. It is also considered that proper interpretation of symbols, drawings based on manufacturer's manuals and instructions. Here are some drawings and symbols that are to be considered. Number one, danger or high voltage. This symbol signifies that the area being described or the device or equipment itself has a danger where a high amount of voltage is flowing along with it. It also gives warning to the persons involved that there must be a proper tool or equipment used in operating that area. To the community, it may prevent further accidents or damage. Animals are also restricted from roaming along that area where high voltage is. Next is danger. This symbol notifies the public or any personnel along the area that there is a danger of electrocution, since open wiring may be present in that equipment or area. Everyone is given a warning not to touch anything where that symbol is situated. Caution: this warning sign informs the public or everybody in that area that no one is allowed to operate, to manipulate, or even to enter, since very clear instruction is sent that only the person involved is authorized to manage or operate in that area or equipment. Next, this symbol or instruction indicates that there is need to be alert when it comes to safety. It indicates that a person must exercise with utmost caution in performing a job or especially during normal operation. Next symbol interprets that everybody or anybody in that particular matter should read and understand instruction manuals. It is understood that whoever is authorized to operate or manage particular equipment is necessary to read the user's guide. This next symbol informs the person or anyone authorized to wear eye protection to prevent further accidents, especially during operations and troubleshooting. Authorized personnel attending to any electrical equipment operations is mandated to wear specified eye protection based on safety standards and protocols. Now, let us have a simple activity. Activity number 2. Just briefly describe the following signs and symbols based on your own understanding or based on what you have learned. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. I'll give you 1 minute to analyze or interpret those symbols. Okay, time is up. Number 1, who would like to answer? Okay, so number 1 is fire exit. So it is an emergency exit in a structure, is a special exit for emergencies such as a fire. The combined use of regular and special exits allows for faster evacuation, while it is also provides an alternative if the route to the regular exit is blocked by fire. Number 2, what symbol is this? Or warning symbol. It gives warning to the people or community that there is ongoing electrical repair in that particular area. Warning live conductor. Everyone is given warning that there is an open wiring in that area, particularly inside the substation. Next, okay, so strictly no one is allowed to touch or to hold that piece of object being. So the following points shall be checked during and after commissioning. Number one, no abnormality in the system after energization. Number two, voltage measurement shall be done for all points. Number three, phase sequence check for correct rotation. Number four, a stability test shall be done for differential protection. Number five, if applicable, on-load test for automatic voltage controller shall be done for the transformer. Number six, check for correct reading on indicating mirrors. Number seven, live test for auto changer over the scheme. The auto reclosing scheme shall be. Here are also some basic requirements during the commissioning process. Number one, statutory regulations. This is a primary requirement considering the productions and operations of electronic equipment to abide with the state regulation where it operates. Number two, codes of practice. It is the primary consideration where everything is coded in terms of its operation up to troubleshooting procedures. Number three, job specifications. Personnel must be assigned and given proper orientation as to his or their coverage of work so as not to overlap with other workers and can avoid miscommunication and misinterpretation of its scope of work. Number four, quality assurance systems. Product specifications must be of high quality and must coincide with the quality of work performed, especially during product assembly or maintenance. Number five, manufacturer's specifications. Operation and testing must be within a specified standard set by the manufacturer so as not to sacrifice the quality of work or equipment. Number six, maintenance manuals and schedule. There must be regular checkup of all the equipment or systems operated to ensure proper and smooth functioning within the prescribed standard. Number seven, environmental laws considerations. In any operations, environmental policies and guidelines must not be set aside, since its operation may be impaired if these laws are violated. Okay, what if during an unplanned event or condition? Now, we must also observe in that particular instances or case. So, in case of accidents, accidents cannot be predicted, so it is a must for a company upon commissioning to consider proper protocols during or if there is an accident in the area of operation. During brownout, a backup power supply must also be ready for this thing that cannot be. During equipment breakdown, all equipment and machinery undergo wear and tear, wherein this cannot be avoided also. It is just but proper to have alternatives, options when this situation arrives. During force majeure, like in the case of earthquake, fire, or typhoon, A specific plan must also be set in case of all these natural disasters hit the area of operation so as not to disrupt the operation. There are also some environmental requirements that need to be observed. Number one, proper disposal of chemicals, equipment, and components that are based on the existing requirement of the law and chemical waste management. Non-biodegradable materials shall be packed and labeled properly for. Now, for our activity 3, you are asked for this particular situation. Given this kind of scenario, how would you manage the situation? Number one, if you are the operation manager of a particular plant and one of the types of machinery or equipment fail to produce a quality product based on the international standard, what will you do? Number two, if during normal operation, one of your coworkers does not wear proper PPE, what will you do since she is a friend of a supervisor in your company? Okay, so I will uh, give you time for that particular scenario to answer that question. Just write it in a piece of paper and submit it after our lesson or afterwards. Now, let us have a short quiz. Number one, identify the letter which corresponds to the correct answer. Number one, this is a cross-disciplinary area concerned with protecting the safety, health, and welfare of people engaged in work. A. PPE, B. OH&S, C. ACV, and D. PCB. Anybody? Okay, the answer is B. Next, number two, it is simply giving order to a person authorized to perform a critical aspect in electronic technology. A. Commissioning, B. Testing, C. Checking, D. Operating. The answer is A. Next, number three. In the commissioning process, one vital aspect is safety. Which statement best describes it? A. Wearing the prescribed personal protective equipment. B. Wearing safety goggles at all times. C. Wearing of face mask during work hours. And D. Unminding of the safety protocols being implemented. Anybody? Okay, the answer is letter A. Next, number four. This warning indicates that there is a danger of electrocution because of the very high voltage flowing along the line. Letter A, letter B, letter C, or letter D. The correct answer is Letter B. Next, number 5. What PPE is designed to protect the head from injury from falling debris? Letter A. Safety shoes. B. Hard hat. C. Face mask. D. Hand gloves. The correct answer is B. Next, number 6. During the commissioning process, all vital installations must have been in place. Which is not part of the process? A. Ensuring that system is in normal operation. B. The system must be monitored and maintained by an expert. C. It must have complete environmental certificates for its operation. And D. All personnel does not have proper training as to the nature of work. Correct answer is D. Number 7. Which PPE is intended to protect the body from inhaling harmful chemicals? A. Safety shoes. B. Safety goggles. C. Safety mask or face mask, I should say. And letter D. Hand gloves. Correct answer is C. Number 8. In the case when, during normal system operation, one of the equipment or machinery shuts down, what should you do? A. Inform instantly the operation manager. Report what had happened. B. Assess first the reason for shutdown or failure before reporting. C. Make proper documentation of the situation. And D. Ignore the situation since there is still other equipment or system normally functioning. The correct answer is B. Assess first the reason for shutdown or failure before. Number 9. During troubleshooting and repair, what particular PPE is responsible for protecting your eyes from smoke or spark? A. Safety shoes. B. Safety goggles. C. Face mask. And D. Gloves. Correct answer is B. Safety goggles. And for our last number 10. In the commissioning process, environmental protection must also strictly observe. Which statement does not conform with the condition? A. Hazardous chemicals must be properly secured. B. Proper segregation of waste material must be carried out. C. Proper waste disposal management must be observed. And letter D. Flammable materials must be placed anywhere in that particular area of operation. The correct answer is D. Okay, so who got perfect? Okay, 9, okay, 8, 7, 6, okay, 5 and below. For your assignment, make a diagram or flowchart on the proper commissioning of any electronic products and systems and indicate a brief explanation. Write your answer on a clean sheet of paper. So just submit your assignment on our next meeting. So for your guide in preparing your assignment, just follow this rubric. So for clear and concise explanation of the diagram or flowchart when it is observed, you are given 20 points. A clear explanation of the diagram flowchart is seen, 18 points. Explanation attempts to discuss the information but is unclear at times, 16 points. A little explanation of the information is presented, 14 points. No explanation but with illustration, 10 points. No output presented, 5 points. Okay? Point, I would like to say thank you for listening and have a nice day.